bunch of dumb motherfuckers being hostile and stuff like that because I don't talk like this. Hey, so fellas, we got to move forward in a light that, man, you guys will fall the fuck to sleep listening to that. Let them keep talking, let them keep barking. You're quite funny. I will go overseas in 2025. Indeed you will, brother. Rights Media Group said 100 to yes. Yeah, 100 to you, bro. Salute. So I'm trying to earn clams. I call money clams, like back in the day. I'm trying to earn clams. I'm trying to get my clam game up, but making content a certain way will make the clam game go up. So whether it's 20,000 clams a year or so forth and so on, but I'm trying to get my clam game up. But again, you got to pivot. Bro, I remember 2019 when I got back from Costa Rica, I found your channel. You went hard streaming. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. And I'm thinking about, because this curving your posture is not a good seating position for truth. You heard what I just said, right? This curving your posture is not a good seating or sitting position for truth. So let that be a quote out your ass. You know, somebody sit and they bend their back and they got bad posture. Well, the truth is that in the future, that's going to hurt you as you get older. So the older I get, the more curving words, because the truth shall make you free. And again, the truth has freed up a lot of my time. Being truthful has freed up a lot of my time. Now, do I have the clams that I want? Yeah, we're moving into that direction to determine, with the help of those around me, those that are honestly around me who don't let, you know what happens, bro? I get along with most of the guys who I'm close with that don't listen to my content. The guys that I was going into the direction with to build friendships, except I can say Mike, Jay Clyde. So it's only a few guys that know I'm speaking to a broad audience and are smart enough to determine that. Because Mike is, Jay Clyde is, and a few others. Just a small number of other fellas that are built like who don't take it from heart. They don't say, yo, he's talking to me, or don't think that, yo, just because I know a little something about him. Like, I remember, like, a year and a half, somebody was getting online, right? Some account was getting online, talk about something. Yeah, I know you got kids overseas, and what about your kid overseas? And I'm like, well, prove it. Prove it. They thought they were going to get to me and say, yo, Yesh got a child overseas and all of this type of shit. He got kids overseas. And I'm saying to myself, okay, now that you have that information, prove it with anything that is on my Facebook page, anything to prove it. And after you prove it, then what? Is that going to stop me from getting on the internet? Just think about that. They came out with all of that, several accounts and all of this. Is that going to stop me from saying what I'm saying? Or am I still here 5 years, 3 years, 2 years later? Okay. Yo, he taking care of women overseas. I got proof. Okay. Show that I'm taking care of prostitutes overseas. Show. Remember that was the thing? Show it. And after you show it, then what? Am I going to stop making content overseas about going overseas? Am I going to stop dealing with truth about the mind and all of that? Show it, prove it. You see what happens with me versus you all? You see that? Some dudes would have got off the internet. Oh, woe is me. Oh, they said something about me. They're causing. You know what it's like to go into office and say, yo, the feminists who've called, like, organizations want you taken, they want you fired. You know what it's like to go into your job, unbeknownst of what's about to happen, and for them to say, a feminist organization is calling, they want you fired. What they expected me to do? They expected me to say, oh, please let me keep my job, sir. Sir, I need my job. God can't help me. Only you are my God, job. I said this. A middle finger to all of you motherfuckers. Well, you're going to suffer. You know you're going to suffer. You boy, you're going to suffer. Whoosh. Get out of here, boy. Get out of here, boy. You know you're going to suffer. Yes, sir, I know I'm going to suffer. But I still got to give you this middle fingers as a sir.
Men and women.
That's what you guys expected me to do.
But it isn't in you.
Because I have a little bread.
They're more revolutionary than we are.
Hold on.
My sir, let me keep it. I got prostitutes overseas to take care of us, sir.
Revolutionary beef.
I got children. My children in overseas, sir.
So,
Feminists, please stop. Don't let them take my job. Don't complain. That's what the women expected me to do. That's what the Dion's expected me to do. That's the men who are not of my color, hue, group in the category expected me to do. That's for the guys who are my same hue, category, or color, who went against me, whether lighter or darker, expected me to do. All different factions expected me to come. I gotta eat. YouTube expected me to, when they took away my expected me to eat, yes, because many of the men who make content did that. Them suckers. Them BAs. They expected, they did that. They went begging back to YouTube. They went begging back to Twitch. They went begging back to these jobs. They went begging back to the friends who judged them. Back to their acquaintances. They went and did that. Well, you dealing with a different type of man here. You ain't never meet a man like me. Put hand in hand begging. A middle finger to all youths. I don't care for you. You're not powerful as the being that I worship. Stop me from telling guys to get their passports and go overseas. Stop me from putting out, again, inadvertently helping those guys that purchase my books. Might be a small number of them. Because some of you dudes can't read. And no, it's just a joke. Because I know what you're going to say, that they come out with a study that most boys can't read. I'm ahead of the game. I know where you guys are going to go with this. It was just a joke. So think about that. When y'all turned y'all back on me and stuff like that, it was still a group of fellas. Yo, yes, we got you. That's what happens when you put out good time content, honest content. Where you don't put prostitutes on camera and act as if this a regular girl in another country because you want to save face for the internet and you want your channel to grow. Because you think it wasn't up for me that I'll be overseas going throughout all these neighborhoods. I want to do that too. But they say, well, we going to make him suffer, but we only going to let him go in pockets. Pockets. Well, at least I'm going, damn it. At least I'm going, damn it. So, salute to everybody that get it. Everybody that had my back throughout all of the tumultuous situations, even now, that still got my back. They can't do it all by themselves. They need you to have the truth tellers' backs out here. They thought I was going to stop giving overseas content because they judging the world from their fucking private member. You know what it's like to talk to somebody who's judging your content off their vagina? You know what it's like? You wish you had a cannon and saying, yo, that head on your shoulders is useless. Boom! I don't like your content because you're telling guys to go overseas and get women. Am I telling them to harm you? No, but you got to understand where they're coming from. No, I fucking don't understand where they're coming from and never will. They judging the world by what's between their legs. That don't make sense to me. It never makes logical sense to judge the world based off that. And y'all saying, yo, religion is... No. That's worse than religion. Judging the world of your sexual appetite, your sexual prowess. Well, you will not have my kids have marriages in the future. Well, maybe you need to correct what's happening in America first, you dumb fuckers. Bunch of dumb motherfuckers. The only thing you think you smart is by getting yourself educated in their universities to think and be programmed how they want you to think. And you think I'm going to be cool with that? You think I'm going to be cool with that? Bert Ross, what up, brother? You might have lost your mind. Bert Ross in the damn building. I don't know who deleted his comment. That Bert Ross is an inspiration. He just was in Brazil. Bert Ross will go to another country 1 week, be in another country another week, take some time off, go to another country 3 more weeks later. I want to know what the hell he doing, even though he told me what he doing to get to do that. I'm not going to tell you guys. He'll put that out there one day. He wanted to do an interview explaining everything. You probably did already. I don't know. So just think about that, yo. I don't base the world off my lower member. I don't base the world that everybody don't adhere to the same God I adhere to. I don't base the world off that. You guys operate like that. That's what the world is into. You want people to be subject to the way you think, how you operate. That's why they're trying to westernize this whole globe. And now countries are like, yo, they did a number on us, pushing back. So the only thing you could do, is subject them to your canon. To put them under your subjection of your canon or violence. That's the only way you subject them to where you want to. But we don't operate like that. We are not the power. Date white women. Don't date white women. Don't date Asian American women. Don't date. You've never heard it. You've never heard it. Exactly, Danny. Salute. Appreciate it, brother. He said, you've been consistent. I was like, I told her, I said, you going around, now this is slander, this is libel. I said, hold up. You really going around telling people that I said don't date black women? Look at how they twist the... Danny, you see that shit? See how they twist it as if, yo, you telling dudes to don't date black women in the United States and go overseas. I let her continue talking, and I was like, you really gonna do this? But I'm not surprised. That's why I'm not shocked. I said, you know you're wrong, right? So all the fellas are quiet. The fellas sitting there quiet. I said, you know you're wrong, right? I said, I've not once targeted a particular group of women. Hell, you fellas leave here and go date some of the darkest women in Africa, Brazil, Asia. I said, you cannot find one video. If that's the case, they wouldn't date black. I said, you know what that will do? It'll be a trickle-down effect. If they don't date the black women in the States, they're not going to date them overseas. So why would I even conclude to have that? I said, why would I even put that dynamic together? It won't happen. I always said United States of America women, and that's the one thing that they couldn't use against me. And they still, look how she passing a lie around. Traveler Quadruple 4, salute OG. What's going on, brother? C Traveler, what up, man? Exactly, Andre. I've seen some of the, bro, you know what it's like to go to Brazil and see, like, dudes, some of the darkest Brazilians that you can meet. Beautiful, black Brazilian. Beautiful. So you can miss me with that, yo. You can miss me with that. I told her, I said, and guess what she did? She had all of that talk for all those hours, always combative. You know one thing she did? What I talked about on my last live stream. They tried to say, well, you get on camera. This is what she tried to say. She tried to say, and the fellas understood where she was going with that. They necessarily didn't agree, but they said this is what the perception. So I understand what Low and Sekou and all them guys were saying.
Is this a wife?
So it has nothing to do with those guys. Let me make that clear. It has nothing to do with those guys. It has something to do with her and her leading the charge on this. And she's coming from it from different the way they came at it. They came at it from a perception standpoint. She came at it like, you a black man and you still talking about going overseas, which makes you look bad and telling guys not to date. That's the way she was coming at it. Low and Sekou and them was like, it's perception. You're a black dude, this is how they take it, and said that he was agreeing with that. So those guys were coming at it from a different aspect. She was coming at it like from a negative perspective.
Them before they get. In order to do that, you gotta pretty much.
That was interesting how,
all over the place.
and bro, you can't trip me up. I've been doing this for too long. I've been talking to too many people, and I'm well versed in what y'all know this. Fellas, you all know this. I went on somebody's show last year. And they tried to trip me up. It doesn't work. You're not gonna trip me up, bro. I'm well versed in this. I know the numbers. And the numbers steadily change every day. The numbers increase every day or decrease every day. The numbers are altered. There's certain effects in life that happens to where the numbers change. So you can miss me
My thoughts
with that. And wars, the rumors of wars are the reason why things are changing, why countries are fed up with the United States of America. Not because of us.
New breed, just
because our political establishment. And I'm not telling you to lean on one side or the other. That has nothing to do with me. You want to be a political nut? Go ahead. Yo, yes, I know you know about that. Yeah, I know about that, but I don't want to discuss it. Oh, man, shout out to Traveler Quadruple 4, man. I appreciate the cash app, brother. That OG always doing it often. Afro-Latina is definitely my flavor. Exactly. I know dudes that go to the DR and get the darkest, the dark brownish Latina that they can get. So all I'm saying is, just because I'm still going to speak freedom. I'm going to speak freedom. Fellas are going to operate in freedom. Preacher, church. Yeah, Mike crazy.
Well, what's up, world?
I'm going to speak freedom.
Personally.
We're going to
That's
be
why
free.
I be like, I had to let people
We're
know.
going to enact certain measures to make us free.
But because
along with the scriptures, that's my first freedom. Y'all got y'all different things that y'all into.
Day basis,